The power comes from the people. That's why we're called representatives.
Right.
And I like to always use we have two ears and one mouth. Use them proportionally. Politicians love to just talk and talk and talk, and then you go to an LA County board meeting, they give you 1 minute to speak. Half the time they're probably looking at their phones
Yeah.
or something else. You don't really know if they're listening. There's no follow-up questions. You get big groups of people that bring their phones and they read off their phones, and that takes up an hour or two of that. And that's not really a representation of the 10 million people, or I guess less than that, 9 million people in LA County. So right now, our current board of supervisors, they're not listening to the people, and so if we are the ones that are hiring that person to be our supervisor, then we want to make sure that the person we're hiring is at least going to listen to us, and so maybe the best way for people to understand who they are. Let's get past all the nice pictures that you talk about and placards and billboards, and pick up the phone and call me and call my opponent, and let's see how that conversation goes, and let's see who actually picks up the phone or at least calls you back fairly quickly and answers your question. And I challenge anyone to do that. Like, call my opponent and call me and have the same question, and I'll answer your question no matter if it's, and I don't try to figure out what the answer is. I tell people exactly what I believe the answer should be. And sometimes people come back and tell me a differing opinion, and then I tell them, you know what, you're actually right.
Would you be open to a debate with the incumbent?
Oh, 100%. Right. I would debate my opponent every day of the week if that was allowed. I think it's an opportunity for people to see the contrast between the two of us. So absolutely, there's 32 cities. If we could have 32 forums or debates or just answering questions or whatever it is, whatever people want to call it, that'd be great. I would love to have that opportunity. If you want to set that
Thank you so
up,
much.
let's do it.
Well, my next question is, I understand you were, you're a musician.
I
You
was.
know how to play instruments and read music and stuff. So, because I'm a musician myself, I don't understand why anybody would want to do anything but music. So what made you become an engineer?
Well,
Since you were gifted in other areas as well.
no, I wanted to be a doctor, and that was in high school, and that was the thing I wanted to do. And then I realized I'm not so good at looking at blood, so that's a
okay.
problem. So, my father was an engineer. I love math. I love science. I love just diving into a problem and solving it. And so engineering has given me the opportunity to do that for my whole career.